Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. Crazy looking spot, huh? Looks like a boneyard, looks like a place where people throw their scraps. We are going on an adventure. We've got this right on the left side of us for a while today, actually for the whole while. This is a ATV track, and it's between a fence, and on the other side of the fence is a military base, and on the right side is this ditch, this drainage ditch, and then a neighborhood. So we're on parish property, and we got government property right over there. We're gonna follow this concrete bit of this drainage ditch for a while. I gotta watch how I ride on here, because even though it mostly looks tame, there are some spots where people dug out as they were mudding. And you wanna know you're going through those. You don't want to be looking somewhere else and go through one of those, get caught off guard and go flying off the bike. I've never actually ridden this particular trail, and it is spring and there's been a lot of growth, maybe more growth than riding. So some of the places where I need to know about are hidden by this overgrowth. So I'm trying to take it easy. All right, I'm gonna turn here and pretty soon leave the neighborhood behind. Still have the military base on the left and a neighborhood on the right, but this is where things get interesting. Let's come up here. This is like a levee. Let's see if there's a trail on top of it. Ooh. And now we're gonna come down the levee through some thorns, and I got shorts on. Oh goodness, there. See, at this point, when I turn that corner, I leave the concrete bit of this drainage ditch behind, and now it's just natural, except for the odd culvert here and there, but it's a mud bottom now with lots of vegetation. That looks really juicy right there, that spot, but time is a-ticking. Looks like we can just keep on going. Issues, all of a sudden, issues. Glad I was watching where I was going. Oh, I see fish. This is a lot shallower than the first spot I looked at. And it's really clear. There's fish down there, but there is something I see more of as we come this way. We're gonna go take a look and see how bad it's gonna get. But first I gotta get around this ditch. Jeez, this is not liking it. The bike is not liking it. Turning out to not be an easy ride going through this stuff. The bike and the trailer are not loving it. Look here. It's starting to get choked, but I don't think it's going to get real bad. But I think this trail is going to get worse and worse going down, and I might switch to over there. But I tell you what. Oh, look at that. It's like is that a baby alligator? I'll go take a look here in a sec. Tell you what, I'm itching to fish. Yeah, it's a little tiny baby alligator. Almost can't see your legs. You look like a snake with an alligator's head. Here's another ditch right here where I stopped. I did see these on the satellite when I looked at this every so often, like maybe about every, almost a city block. There's a drainage ditch coming from the base to this right here. And it looks like it's gonna get a lot rougher, but eventually if I keep going down that way, I'm gonna come real close to a guardhouse. Even though I'm okay here fishing where I'm at, I don't really want to be fishing right next to where the guardhouse is. I'm going to start out with the Tenkara. This is my 9-foot, and at the moment I'm using a 9-foot tapered line. I ordered some level line last night. Can't wait for that to get here. Here's the Kabari that I'm using. It's the same one I used the other day. What was that? It was not a fish, I can tell you that. Using this tapered line isn't necessarily I don't think it's necessarily what you want to do, but it's working for me. It was the other day. Not that great when the breeze is up, and we're going to be seeing some winds around. There's that baby alligator again, maybe like 13, 14 for a little bit. Made the big switch. Nothing was really that interested in the fly, not yet. It's kind of early in the day and the sun is out. I need bait for tomorrow anyway. That's kind of why I'm following this little ditch here. I went through a lot more bait than I thought I would last night fishing for cats, and I got a big catfish thing tomorrow. I wonder if there's any big gills in here. I see a lot of gills. Here's a bite. Nope. Still biting. There we go. Oh! Look at the size of that. The big ones are down there where you can't see them. That is cool. I thought it was all going to be small gills here because that's all you can see. But like I said, couldn't see this one. So over here in the deeper section, these guys are hiding. We can get the bait we need and then go back to the fly. Got one. Oh, cichlid. What do we got? Another cichlid. Back at the spot where I first looked at this. Oh man, I don't even have my landing net here. I was hoping that I was bringing up a stick or something. Not this guy. Got him. Go a little further down. You might recognize it now. Some people probably already knew where I was or what drainage ditch I was following, but yes, I'm on the other side of the one I usually fish for bait, or the one I've been fishing lately. I decided to come to this bend here because I'm in the shade. Oh, I found him over here. And that's not a bad one either. I am not surprised at all that it is starting pretty slow so far this afternoon. We started pretty early in the afternoon. Started fishing probably at 3. And the deeper we get into the afternoon, I know the better it's going to get. Here pretty soon, well, eventually, I'm going to just be doing the fly. But for the moment, we're still just bebopping around. We're actually headed back down away from the concrete. Oh, there's a bite. Oh, yes. Felt like a really small bluegill at first. Man, it's been higgly-piggly. Hit her there. Blah, 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 blah. Got him. Nice. Nice, got him. Oh, a little bit of a bigger one. Gave me a little run for my money. Trying to went into the weeds over there. Man, I'm getting several bites right there, but just can't pick them up. Seems to be a bunch of them hanging out, a school of bluegill right here, but only in that particular spot where I keep putting the bait. There we go. Got him. Oh, nice runner. I don't think this is this a gill or a red ear. Oh yeah, look at the size of that red ear. Remember I was looking for the big ones the other day near here? I couldn't find them again. Well, I just found one. I'm basically doing the same cast over and over here because other casts, here we go, other casts have proved to bring me back covered in snot grass. That's a gill that time. See all that snodgrass that came back on it? Seems like if your bait, if your worm, the hook with the worm on it gets covered in that snodgrass, not so much the weight, but if you got a bunch of snodgrass on the worm, not really going to catch any fish. This little ditch is full of snodgrass and other vegetation, but the bottom is just snodgrass. There are spots where there's none, and then spots where it's like a mountain. You can't see where it's at right now because the water is mucky, but you'll get a feel for it when you're fishing. That's a cichlid. All right, I've got the Tenkara down here, just my 9-footer. I do have the other one with me. Oh, I've already got a fish on. I brought the 13-footer. I just don't think I need it quite yet. Ooh, I probably would be wise to go grab my hemostats up out of the trailer though. Almost had him. I'm casting at fish that I can see at the moment. It's a mix of little panfish, medium and big. They're going for this fly repeatedly. So we're getting to that part of the day where this fly is more productive. There we go. Something big that time. Look at that. Oh. Hold on. I have the net down here with me because I thought maybe it would be a good idea. I didn't realize I was going to have to use it. Oh! The fly came out right as he came into the net. Did not lose the fly though. Cool. Let's take a look at this tank that I just caught on the fly. Nice red ear. Not the biggest I've caught out of here, but I'm pretty stoked that I got that on the fly. Yeah, you're right. That is nice. I already got something. Oh, something little grabbed that fly. Earlier when I started doing this, they weren't taking an interest in it, and now I'm playing keep away with the little fish. A ditch pickle came up to the fly and turned around. There's a lot of fish here, but a lot of small ones. I'm pulsing the fly right now, and it's getting them crazy. They're going crazy for it. Try to put it back out there. It's a relatively small area that I have to drag the fly through. If I break out the 13-footer, I could probably do more of this, but I kind of have stuff behind me to catch with that too. There we go. Not very big, but there's the third one on the fly. Nice. Or is it the fourth one? I think it's the fourth one, right? I'm losing track here. All right, you talked me into it. Let's get the 13-footer out. Probably reach different spots from that one location. We're gonna use a weighted line. This is the one that Not Real Fishing sent me, and he's the one that tied up this. I think this is a weighted casting line with a, it was like a 4-foot tippet. I think it's a black nymph right there. This is a 13-foot Tenkara, but the casting line is a little more than 13 feet, and the tippet makes it even longer. I could shorten this casting line, but I'm not bothered to at the moment, but it is a bit long for this spot. Tenkara fishing was developed in Japan to target fish in small streams up in the mountains, mainly trout, but does work effectively for other species such as panfish. Well, I'm getting interest in this fly. Yeah, this weighted line is a bit much for this spot. That didn't take me long to give up on that. Just a little bit much, a little too much of a rod for this spot. I could just shorten that casting line, but it's a weighted line. I really need like a level line for today because that weighted line is a little too much for this. It slaps the water when you cast it and ends up spooking the fish. Decent line for a very windy day, but it's not that windy anymore. Oh, got a nice one on. I wasn't looking, that's why that happened. I was watching something over to my left there. Yeah, you're right. Nice. There we go. That's a nice one. Yeah. There we go. Oh, mercy. There we go. There, that's it. That's the end of it. Oh, that fly is gone. Something just, I don't know, maybe a bass, something pretty sizable just grabbed that fly and took off. Oh my goodness, right as it hit the water too. But not to be outdone, I do have the 13-footer one still sitting right here next to me with this super long slap the water weighted line. I mean, I could change it. I do have some level line coming and it's much lighter. It's level line is what you use to cast, so you would tie your tippet. This is tippet material here, and it's fluorocarbon, and it's probably like 3 pound or 4 pound. So the level line would be much lighter than that, but fluorescent, and it's a spool, so you can make your own length. That I could shorten too. I just haven't done it yet. I'm gonna change spots here in a little bit to a better spot for that 13-foot Tenkara, but first let's catch something on the worm here, because there's a lot of sizable bait fish here. Ooh, wouldn't it be just, oh, that's not going to be it, but I would love to catch whatever broke me off so I can get my fly back. I love that fly. I'm sure I have another fly that will work just as good. Little cichlid. All right, back to the 13-footer with the extremely long line. From up here, I've used it and it's worked out fine. At the moment, I have plenty of bait, so I can get focused back on the Tenkara. We're gonna come over here where it's kind of deep. See how it hits the water? Maybe it's how I'm casting. Oh yeah, I think it was how I was casting, because I got it better now. Oh. Fish on, fish on. Finally, I got a fish on the Tenkara that Not Real Fishing sent me. Look at that, on that black fly. Nice. It's a nice gill. Oh yeah. It took me a second to figure out how to cast this with the weighted line without slapping that water and spooking fish. We got it. Oh, there's our don't worry, I got the fish. I would say overall it's been a pretty good day. I found a trampoline in the canal, a bike I might want to restore at some point, but probably not, and I got the biggest fish yet on the Tenkara for myself. That big red ear, that's the biggest fish yet I've pulled up and got out of the water. Probably what broke me off would have been would have broke that PB, but another day for that fish, another day. Yeah, you're right guys, this was a lot of fun. A little bit of scouting, a lot of fishing, and thanks for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.